Ah, bah. Welcome, welcome, cuties. Hello, hello. How are you two doing? Hope everybody's doing well. Ba, 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 ba. Hey, we got some more LA Noire to do. So probably do a few hours. Probably. We'll see how long I go for. But back on arson duty. I'm doing good. A little tired, so I probably won't stream for a very long time. But we'll see how long I go. But yeah, got some arson cases to solve, and then see how that goes. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump over to it. Not good? Oh, not good. Headpads for emo. Alright, let's jump over. Yum. Ta-da! Bum 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 ba. Yeah. Every time. Always does that. Don't know why. Ba, 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 ba. How's work going, Roboto? Hopefully it's not too bad. Ah. Ah. Ba, ba. Ah. Okay, good, good. Sounds like you had an interesting few days, emo. Come on. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, the beating's always loud. Unfortunately. Come on. Up, 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 up. There we go. Fortunately, the intros, just a lot of games, for some reason don't always work off of the sound settings, so a lot of times intros are a lot louder than they should be. Alright. We have another two-story house with dead victims, it seems.
You guys better see this. I hope you have strong stomachs.
Oof. They need to be nice. The Arma, there's a lot of games do it for some reason.
Do you have a name?
Oh!
Morelli, Mike, we recovered a picture of the family. Okay. Anything else? To be honest, I just got here, fellas. Best you talk to Lynch, he's the expert.
There's
Doesn't
no
make
way.
any sense.
Why aren't they scattered around like the rest of the debris?
I think they've been moved.
Ooh,
I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
can you explain that, please?
I'm almost positive the cause of death is asphyxiation due to gas inhalation. Look at the parts of their bodies that aren't scorched. The coloring around the fingertips is typical.
They wouldn't have felt a thing.
I think the fire damage is post-mortem. I think
But how did
someone
they-
moved them into this room after.
How did they pose them
Still
like
doesn't
that?
make any sense. Why would you run into a burning building?
It's very messed up, but like, even if they had died before the explosion and brought them over there, how would you pose them like this if they were already dead? It would have had to been like, unless they were rigor mortis, but even then, that would be like way after they were dead. They would have been dead for a while. I mean, look at that.
Prayer effect is from the fire. The muscles and tendons contract.
That makes sense, at least for that. But even then, even getting them just on their knees to be standing up like that. Yikes. Oh, what do we got back over here? Photo of them?
You ever think about how many people have died in this world? And how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them bigs?
No, I have not. Show some respect.
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps?
We got the wrong guy.
That doesn't explain why he ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt.
For the fire?
For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He's trying to redeem himself. Probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
He could be right. Can you come
Well,
up with
why
an
out?
alternative
I'm
explanation?
sure it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
It might fit, Cole, but I don't think we could ever prove it. There's very little evidence.
Oh.
Evidence?
Albert, check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Sure, Phelps. I'll get back to you.
Leave the rest to us, Cole.
Yikes.
You better find out what's eating Diggs.
Oh. Yikes. God, Thanos. I mean,
Doesn't look like anything.
might be a little worse than just Thanos, but. Also, I got it wrong last time, but would I have even got it right at all? I wonder if the other person would have even been right either, or if I would have still gotten yelled at.
Not much help.
I don't think I'll find much, but I'll look around anyways. Might as well try.
This isn't what we're looking for.
And these cases are cool, but they're also like extremely hard because you can't really find much down here. Oh wow, wow. Makes it kind of a even harder case it than most of the rest of the cases I've worked. You only get so much to work off of. Probably. I think so too. Maybe not though. I know I messed up. That was like the reason why I couldn't charge the other guy. But like part of me feels like maybe he wasn't even the one that did it either. Because I feel like there's a bigger thing going on, kind of like with the that's where the explosion must have happened. Water heater.
This is the flashpoint.
Yeah.
The heater detonated with enough force to expose the foundations.
Oh dang. But I feel like there's like with the bartender and the murder with the women's. I think there's something bigger going on here. I think they're trying to force them out of the home so they can build on the properties. We can tear it down and build for the veterans. This is kind of fucked up. I mean, it's weird. Like, I'm all for helping veterans, but like ruining other people's lives just to build extra houses. It's like, come on. Like, I don't think it'd be a big deal if like a few houses didn't get rebuilt into, a house for the veterans. It's like just build another house somewhere else. If you want to build an extra house. Okay. I don't know why it has to be. I don't know, maybe there's a reason, but I don't know why it has to be like only veterans can live on this block. Alright. Go talk to Biggs. Seems like a good guy. Trouble with something. I hate to make him angry
So
at
something
me.
finally got to you.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me and you won't be pretty much longer.
We can get this guy, Herschel.
You think you've seen everything, Phelps? I was with the 2nd Marines at Bella Wood. The things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys on fire, screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy. There's gonna be no photos and no citations. We're gonna kill this miserable fuck. End of story. You getting this?
Okay. I am not against that.
You remember the list from the travel agent?
Sure.
The Morellis were winners too. Their name was on that list.
Christ. We should take a look around, work the neighbors, see what they know. I'll go across the street.
Okay. I'm glad he's not. He's not.
I haven't done this for years.
I like him. He's probably been the best partner so far.
You don't look like a fireman.
They force them in their homes, but they won't leave, so they cause the explosion to get rid of them. But the guy that caused them actually killed families because they're supposed to be out on vacations. Yeah. Well, I don't know if he burned him, so he might. That might be a good clue to look out for when we find this guy. He might be. He might have some burns from this, but. What we do know is that they are trying to push these people out. Whoever is doing this is working for this company that is forcing people out of their homes, and you know he did. There's a good chance that he did feel guilty, and that's why he went back and did that for the family. A little weird, but you know,
I swear.
it's not like whatever. They're crazy people anyways to be doing it in the first place, but. The other thing is I really like Biggs. Like, yeah, he got mad at me in there, but he was just mad that these people were dead and that like he had people, his Marine buddies died, horribly by pretty much flamethrowers and whatnot. So, oh,
Looks like the same model.
Varley. Varley was the one signing it too. That's weird. And Varley's the one they convicted, so we know it's not them. Hydrate. Okay, hydrates. Got it. But yeah. What was I saying though? Talking about oh, Biggs, yeah. But then obviously I talked to him and he's like he's not even against me, like he just doesn't want this shit to happen anymore. So he's like, let's fucking kill these people. I'm like, you know what, Biggs? You're a good guy.
How did you get my number, Ira?
At first, I didn't understand you.
Oh, hey,
now
this
I do.
guy.
I'd like you to come back to the clinic.
I'm helping other people now.
Oh, that's right.
Confused. You haven't been to the clinic for weeks.
I'm not
That's
confused
right.
anymore,
He's
Doc.
doing it.
I'm helping people be together.
This world is only temporary.
I think he's the one.
Happier in heaven. Why don't you tell me where you are and I can come to you? I think the fire should end now. They have served their purpose.
Oh, the fires are only beginning, Doctor.
That's right. I
After the
remember. I
fires,
forgot about
everything will
this.
be beautiful and clean.
Everything will be erased.
That's the original. Okay.
Fresh.
There. We'll wait till it's
I
over.
can see my purpose now, Doctor. And you helped me to find it.
I forgot about this. This motherfucker has been causing so much trouble. Okay, so I remember that's the Marine that Courtney in the first place started the entire drug thing. Yeah, of course he doesn't say anything. But Courtney started the whole drug thing for that Marine to try to get him better because he had PTSD and was like kind of going crazy. Well, the doctor tried to help him, but not really. The fucking bullshit stuff caused Courtney and all of that shit to happen with the drugs and other stuff. So he's caused a lot of fucking trouble with that. But then he had this guy go and burn down houses to try to not only supposedly help him with his PTSD with fire, I assume, or something like that, but then also to clear them out so then that he could take over the land and then use it to build his projects that he's doing for the veterans or whatever. Which who knows what that's even about, if that's even going to be true at the end. But hey, how's it? But yeah. But he ended up. I remember in one of the past ones, like way back. Like I think when I was still with Rusty in my second partner. There was a little thing between them where he had burnt down a house, and the family was supposed to be gone, but they had been there, and he admitted to the doctor. He's like, he was like, wasn't supposed to be anybody there. Whatnot. So I think we found out who it is. So no matter who we get, I don't think we're gonna get the right person until we can find this guy, which is gonna be really annoying, honestly. I don't want to keep throwing people away and getting yelled at for not getting the right person. Hold on one second. I doubt we have anybody. We might get like a few in between people with different cases, or we'll solve this pretty quickly, hopefully, and then go on to some other cases that are just more like fraud or whatever. But until we catch that guy, I don't think we're actually gonna be able to get anywhere. Means we have to be looking for a Marine. In fact, it's probably somebody that Phelps knows, because if Courtney knows him, and Courtney was trying his best to help him out, that means that Cole should definitely know him. Let's go talk to this guy, see what he's got to say.
LAPD. Can you tell me anything about the fire next door?
Terrible luck.
Hey, Pat,
Imagine
thank you.
after having won that weekend away.
What's your name, sir?
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
Did you see or hear anything that might have...
Look, we were asleep when we heard the explosion.
Well, you're not even looking at me. Are you looking at me? Is he looking at me? Is it odd? What if you tried to 100 knot arrows run? Loose in this way. I mean, that's kind of what's happened sometimes in this game, which is probably one of the things I have a gripe with at times. But huh? I can't tell if he's looking at me. It looks like he's looking away from me, but I think he might be looking towards me. Yeah, he is looking directly at me. It was just the angle of the camera makes it look like he's not. I think he's telling the truth, but... anything... I don't even know. Do I call him on it? Oh, of course, the one fucking one I didn't want. Yeah, he doesn't show any sadness, and it'd be weird that he doesn't have any information. He doesn't want to talk at all. I mean, he might be telling the truth, but I have to press him for any information, so I have to doubt him. Fuck.
You didn't
Okay,
like
cool,
Morelli,
cool, cool.
did
We're good, we're good.
Some neighbors you get along with, some you don't.
Yeah.
Guess they should have sold up.
What do you mean?
They're knocking down all these old houses and building a new subdivision for GIs. Morelli was being difficult.
Yep.
You said someone is knocking these houses down?
Elysian Fields.
Ah, all the hit pets.
You must know them. They're billboards. That Monroe character beaming down at you. We've had an offer for the house.
Did the Morellis want to sell?
I don't know.
But you just told me that they were being difficult. I'm gonna doubt you. You just say. He literally just said, there are a few.
Whatever you thought of Morelli, his whole family is dead. They couldn't have all deserved that. I want you to help me here, Foreman.
Morelli was pig-headed. He built the house himself. He didn't want to sell. Stubborn fool was ruining it for all of us.
Why? Why would they? It doesn't have to be. You can all sell and they can build their damn houses. They don't have to be that one place. It's not like they're building like apartments and they need the entire land for it. They're just building like regular houses. Happy? Happy.
You said the Morellis had won a weekend away to Catalina Island?
Yeah, that's right.
I think
First thing I
he's
thought
just
after
an
the explosion
asshole.
was, thank goodness they was away. But then I find out they was still in there.
Who was running the competition?
What? I don't know.
That sounds like a lie. I mean, he might be on it. You might be right, but I doubt it. I think more what's happening is, for whatever reason, there's probably some like legal reasons or whatever, litigation or something. But if they can't get that guy to sell, they can't sell. They can't buy any of the houses or something. There's probably something like that. And until they can get everyone to sell, it's holding up the process for all the other people that want to sell and make their money. I assume that's what's going on. Also, you're definitely lying.
I need more, Mr. Foreman.
Damn
Tell me
it.
what you know about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
I know nothing about it. I've never heard of them.
Damn it, I probably should have used something. Oh well, whatever. You're an asshole. I don't think there's anything else I can grab. There for the rest of- Yeah, I think what he meant. Yeah, again, I think there's some type of litigation where you know what you're saying? Nice. Where they can't sell, or they're not going to sell or buy up the houses until they get somewhere. Who's this guy in white? The neighbor? Maybe it is. I can't talk to him anymore.
Friends work for the Examiner. About $5 for the exclusive. All a man can do is put in a prayer for the dead. About all I've got to say about it.
Yeah, sure. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they need the entire land to do whatever they're doing with the houses, and that's why they couldn't sell. So he couldn't sell without them being able to sell. And since they weren't selling, he wasn't gonna make his money, so he doesn't give a fuck if they died, because he's gonna get what he wants now. Now, whether he did it, that's another question, but I don't think so. I will check out his shoes.
Boondockers they ain't.
There's really much evidence around here to say he had anything to do with it.
Two peanuts are walking down the street. One was assaulted.
Someone was keeping watch.
Wow.
Looks like they were here for quite a while. Brand looks distinctive.
Interesting.
Whoever he was wearing boondockers. I would know that imprint anywhere.
Boondockers, huh? Well, you know he wasn't wearing boondockers. That's a good find. Boondockers. And a specific brand. What's that brand say again? Calderon? Calderon. Calderon? In my evidence, at least. Oh, what the hell? Weird pixelation. Okay, cool. Cigarette butts. Nice, nice. Okay. Bum, bum, bum.
There isn't much I can tell you right now, Cole.
Any other neighbors I can talk to? Probably not.
I swear, this town's going straight to hell.
Going to church doesn't make you any more Christian than standing in a garage makes you a car.
I'm stumped. More from the neighbors,
Ideas?
Cole. Keep working.
Working them? Oh, you were working the neighbors. Are there neighbors I'm supposed to talk to? What else am I gonna talk to? Maybe talk to that guy. I mean, I guess I go talk to him again now that I got more information. I got the boot size, but... Suspicious activity. Ah, here we go.
Did you see anyone hanging around the Morelli's home prior to the explosion?
Nope. Can't say as I was looking out, though.
I think you're lying, but... USMC, but yeah. Okay.
You sure, Mr. Foreman? There are signs of someone hanging around over there by the fence.
Hey, now that you come to think of it, there was a guy. Kind of tall. Skinny, though.
Anything else?
Orange lumber jacket, a beat-up hat, and no hair. I thought he was the pest exterminator guy who was working around here the last few days. But that guy had hair.
Orange jacket.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Foreman.
Sure. Hey, if you're interested, I have one of those competition flyers in the kitchen. I could get it for you if you like.
That would be great.
Interesting.
Any
Okay.
luck, Cole?
A couple of things. What did you pick up?
Folded piece of paper.
Ah.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Paper crane. There's a legend about them. You fold 1,000 of these and you get a wish.
Hey, don't break it.
I'm not. I'm unfolding it. It looks like a waybill or a flyer.
For what?
Hold on.
For
Elysian.
Elysian Fields developments.
Yep.
Oh, I see you already have one.
You get to win a trip.
When did the flyer arrive in your mailbox?
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox when I got home from work yesterday afternoon.
Huh. Interesting. Interesting. So we have Orange jacket, bald man, hat. Got USMC boots. Oh, I don't even get to what? Why don't I have his damn thing? Why is his like fucking description not here? Why is that not a thing? What the fuck? Origami crane. Alright, whatever.
I have friends work for the Examiner. About $5 for the exclusive.
I swear, this town is going straight to hell.
I need an address for a property developer. Elysian Fields Developments.
One moment, Detective.
Bum 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 bum.
The address is 748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Messages, please.
Oh, we got a message.
If you have a message, contact Captain McKelty
Welcome back.
immediately.
Thanks. Can you put me through, operator?
Yeah.
Of course. Here you are.
Commander?
Leads on the Morelli farm.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields Developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe. He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief.
I don't give a
Are you
fuck.
out of your mind? I'm warning you, Phelps.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
No.
Yes, sir.
Good. Have a report on my desk today.
The women don't find you handsome? They should at least
Kelty
find
has
you
warned us
handy.
off over Elysian.
Makes sense. It's a dead
I
end.
am the police.
We should check out Rancho Escondido.
You know the place?
Sure. Corner of Fountain and Wilton. Let's go.
Going behind this. Yeah. If we ever get the chance. Second. Alright, well, they don't want me to go to the thing. Maybe I'll go there anyways, because, you know, fuck them. But
You're behind the wheel.
And where exactly are we going?
are we going to Rancho Escondido again? Complete these housing developments destroyed by fire. Huh, there's another fire that we didn't know about? I didn't know. Oh, that's right, there was two of them, wasn't there?
Shame about Shep. The arson desk has been trying to nail that son of a bitch for years.
He's still in custody, Herschel.
Want to bet? Fella kicked him loose already. Can't hold him for misdemeanor cigarettes and matches. You know, there are times when you really miss a nightstick. There's more religion in the end of a nightstick than in 100 cathedrals.
Wow, there's a whole...
Not gonna tell you again, sir.
Don't tell me when and how I can come and go on my own property.
It is not
This is
safe,
America,
sir.
dickhead.
Now step back, or I'll lock you up for a
Smart
fray.
mouth son of a bitch.
Ah, great.
Come on, then! That's done it.
I'm
Come on, man.
Pacify these poor saps.
Stand down! That's an order!
Come on, I don't want to fight you.
Come on, then.
Don't worry. We'll lay you out quick.
I'm gonna bust you right in the mouth.
Time for you to lose your teeth.
What are you gonna do, huh? So you really one of them?
Good thing you showed up when you did, detectives. Those folks were baying for blood.
Okay, then. Let's see if there's anything left to take a look at.
Oh, I didn't realize how fucking bad it was. Man, he burnt down everything. Oh man, everything is burnt. This could take me fucking years to search through all this stuff. What am I even supposed to look for? Oh.
Mortar is like dust. Is that normal in a fire?
You'd expect some shrinkage in the heat, but it looks like the cement barely adhered to the brick. Doesn't appear to be any wall ties either. This thing looks like it was built on the cheap.
Everything's burnt, and it looks like they were building these houses very fucking cheap, which is understandable. Yep.
If we're paying a visit to Elysian and ruining my career, let's bite the bullet and get on with it.
You think we're done here? I mean, we could. I feel like there's gotta be something else we can find around here. But I like that he's like, I don't give a fuck. Let's go. The chief said no. Fuck them. Nothing else to learn from here. Where else to go? This doesn't look like it'll be anything past here. Normally the crime scenes are only where you like slowly walk as we go find clues. So I'm going to guess I'm not going to get anything from there. Or over here, I guess. Man, how many houses did he burn down? It just goes on. There's probably what, like 20, 30 houses he burnt? The only evidence that I got from here? I mean, it looks like he's waiting in the car like we're supposed to leave. I guess so. I was expecting more with how many houses there are, but I guess it's not that insane to think that it wouldn't be. This place I'm jogging around, so maybe? Probably not. There we go, now I'm running. I even burnt the shed. I'm assuming they burnt, I would assume he burnt everything individually. Because if you look, like the grass isn't burnt, so it's not like the fire is spread to each house. Or maybe they did. But at least they're there. You can tell he must have lit those separately. This one, the fire spread quite a bit. Mayor doesn't care. And as far as the police or the mayors are concerned, to them, this isn't even like there isn't even anything happening here. It just happens to be a random fire or some random arsonist burning things down. Or just bad luck. They don't care, really. Hoping we'd find a water heater or something, at least. Tie it back, but I don't think there's anything here. We have nowhere else to go. We have no leads. We've already been here. So the best we can do is go and, like you said, go ruin our career, pretty much. I'm perfectly down to do.
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Going to the office. Gonna get ourselves in trouble.
Marcia Tilton with her lovely tune.
Gonna get ourselves thrown in jail probably. Don't like this music, that's for sure. Clues real quick. Bodies moved, family photographer, water heater. Get away. House is demolished. Housing. Earbuds food. Origami cream. Still fire. Where's cement quality? Alright, let's do this. What if we can find anything on the outside first? Probably not. Nah, I'm running around, so yeah. Figured I'd check, just in case.
Abbreviation so long.
Go in. We'll walk past her more than likely. Oh, maybe I can. Anything in here?
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
Probably talk
think
to
his
her.
name is
She
Phelps.
might have some information.
He brought in that case of that poor lady killed near City Hall.
What the hell? Hey, there's such a thing as soap, you know. When is America going to understand it's about giving, not giving?
There's nothing here. Hmm.
You want to grab me too with ketchup and a root beer?
I like to surprise them or find evidence at least.
Okay, keep moving.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see
Might have something
Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe.
Send them through.
And that's our cue. Thanks, ma'am.
That's so hard.
May I help you, gentlemen?
We would like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office.
Hey. At least he has some common sense. Oh, we're probably getting in trouble for this.
You like a cigar? Drink, boys.
Sure, I'll have a scotch.
Biggs.
Now, Biggs isn't afraid to drink on the job, but at least he's not like alcohol. I mean, he's just like, oh, this guy's offering
We're
me
investigating
something.
a series of domestic fires.
Game going pretty well.
It's terrible.
How you doing today?
How can I
Welcome to
help?
the chat, by the way. Yes.
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybills.
Hmm. My thing. flyer for. Yeah, I just don't know. I gotta get him right on this, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. Did he say? Let me read it again. Builds and Suburban Development Fund flyers keep turning of the fires. They're turning up all the town boys. Fire. Hmm. I use the flyer. I mean, the flyer's not gonna really say that he's lying. Like, we already said that the things are turning up there. Like, shouldn't be able to use the flyers as a way to say he's lying. Hmm. Alright, let's see if I get this wrong.
We found a family
Cool, we got
burnt
it.
out in their home. Another house burned to the ground. Another Elysian Fields flyer. Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecued, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
Emotional travel contest.
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
I mean, that's a lie. It's like literally linked to it. Ooh, do I use this? It doesn't say specifically about the thing, but it's right there with the window trip thing. I think I used the flyer. Let me see.
Level with me, Mr. Monroe. You know all about the vacation offers.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient called proof.
I gotta use the flyer, right? It's gotta be. Gotta be.
Your
Got it,
face
okay.
is all over the flyers, Mr. Monroe. You know about the prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand. It's on all our advertising.
This isn't really helping us, unfortunately.
Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
What a surprise.
You want to accuse them of murder as well?
I would. Local land acquisitions.
We've made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been recorded.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's the American way.
I doubt that, because what's his name says differently. Bodies move, family tower, water heater, we can weigh. Allow construction and return to soldiers' housing. Footprints. I have to go with doubt, but I hope it's not a lie. I don't have anything to prove that otherwise, right? Offers by houses and fires have been reported. Are you sending homes? New ones? What? And if I no. Land cleared to allow construction of returned. Alright, okay. Hmm. If it's the house thing, I'm gonna be mad, but I think I'm just go with doubt.
Come on, Mr.
Okay, cool.
You expect me to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, Detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history. To answer your question, yes, we would build around them if we had to. Most people see sense.
Just gonna enter fire.
What's Elysian Fields' involvement in Rancho Escondido?
One of our latest housing developments. It was due to open on the weekend, or was before the unfortunate conflagration.
It met with building code regulation.
Absolutely. Only the best for our returning heroes.
I'm gonna lie. I hit you with a lie on that.
You're lying, Monroe. There's something out of kilter about that development.
Son, I've had enough of you and your fidgety friend. There's no way in hell you can prove that my materials were inferior.
Oh, yeah?
I'm no expert.
Damn, I did good on this.
Find that the bricks being used on those houses are undersized and the mortar is faulty.
And there's no wall ties connecting the masonry to the frame.
Every building is built to a budget, boys. Those buildings were inspected and fully insured by California Fire.
Yeah, I'm sure. How much you pay them for it?
Investment of that magnitude demands it. Do you think that they'd vouch for the buildings without exception?
Oh, 100% they would.
The arsonists. Do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think so. The contractors I use for way bills. Do you suppose it could be any of them? I have a list of their names if it'd be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD. My secretary will provide you with that list. Did you know that I'm on the board of the police pension fund?
I'm sorry, Biggs.
Glad to be of help, officers.
I'm sorry, man. I don't want to get you in trouble with this. Honestly, if I could, I'd work alone. I like you. Don't want you in trouble for this. You want to check these out? I don't think they'll come in handy, but maybe. Just maybe. Yeah. And that's people in power for you. He obviously paid off the fire inspectors. And he's obviously done a bunch of shady shit. But that's literally this whole game, which is like the big thing that makes me, I don't know, is the most annoying about the game is like all the corruption. Police, the fire department, the drug dealers, the criminals, the big businesses, everyone's involved in criminal activity, and it's like, or if they're not involved in it, they're getting cuts for it or whatnot, and turning a blind eye, and then blaming
What's the story?
good people for it.
Names ring a bell?
Yes. Bradley, Paul Jones, Richard Charman. What does that have? Charman? Is that? Yeah.
Robert Chapman is on this list.
Find the phone. We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
I don't think of anybody else, but I'll just tap everybody. In case. Herbert Chapman. Who is Herbert Chapman? Is that one of them officer? Or one of my military guys, or?
Your boss is a fine man.
He's the dirty cop from the newspapers.
Here's the phone.
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
Operator, give me dispatch.
I was certainly gonna get in trouble for this.
Putting you through now.
Not jailed.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
How can I help,
Can
detective?
you check whether we are still holding a Herbert Chapman?
Let me find out for you.
Oh, he was the one guy.
He was released this morning, Detective.
Of course he was.
I'm sorry, Detective.
It's not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thanks for your help.
Interesting. Interesting. That one guy, part of it, but I don't think he did it. Oh, you're still going back here, man? Come on, Cole.
Give me your heart, and baby, I'll bill it. 'Cause I always kill the things I love.
Fuck off, Roy. I want to see
drink,
you.
Cole? No. Not even for old time's sake?
Not even for that.
Look at
You're
him
not gonna
fucking
ask me
kill
why
you.
I'm here?
I wouldn't give you the pleasure. We'll get around to it.
Is something quite other.
She's in fine voice this evening. I wonder how the commander would feel
Save
about...
the threats for someone who cares about them, Roy.
You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you.
I feel. Yeah, I'm a tool to you.
Stay away from Elysian Fields.
I should have known that you were playing errand boy.
You and your doofus partner. You have been warned.
Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
I love you.
Stay away.
Or
You
what?
have no idea the type of people that are involved in that
I
company.
have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here.
Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here. I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
You get the message about Monroe?
Yeah, Earl delivered it. You?
McKelty. He started making noises about my pension.
Sorry about that, Earl. I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save it, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
KGPL calling car 11K, 11K.
11K, go ahead.
11K, the last known address of suspect Herbert Chapman is 650 North Kingsley Drive in Wilshire.
Roger that, KGPL. 11K en route.
Let's go pick him up.
Are they even giving me that information after all that?
You fought at Sugarloaf, didn't you?
I'll be right back though. One moment. Bah. if you're talking about the people that started the fire, maybe I'll get the actual guy that did it. But if we're talking about like the rest of these people, I doubt it. I think we'd be lucky in this game if we, at this rate, if we end up getting a good ending where, you know, Cole gets to arrest this company and people involved, and maybe even if we're lucky, arrest like the police chief and the mayor and stuff. But I think this is going to end with me being taken out back and shot in the head more than anything at this rate. It's literally me versus, I mean, pretty much everybody in the city. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to get that. Yes. Thank you. I think Cole's gonna die, and if I'm lucky, Biggs won't go down with me. The only other way I could see it happening is if, I mean, I don't think at this point I don't think it would even happen, but unless Cole like joins up with his old Marine buddies, which most of them are already dead at this point, and he joins up with like Mickey, the like mafia boss, and gets them involved, I don't think this is going to end where and Mickey would never even join them unless Mickey wants to. But even then, Mickey already has the power. What would he gain from killing all the police cops and whatnot, all the higher ups and whatnot? So I don't see it happening.
I did, but I don't like to talk about it.
You come across a guy called Jack Kelso out that way?
You know Jack Kelso?
He's an insurance investigator over at California Fire and Life. Our
Ah.
paths cross from time to time. For some reason,
Look at
seeing
that.
you makes me think of him.
Has Jack spoken to you about his experiences on Sugarloaf? Or the rest of the campaign?
Jack keeps stum just like you do. I know what it feels like to get back from conflict.
He's part of the
You gotta
fire
respect that.
insurance. Arrest. I don't think Kelso really has with that part, but where are we going? Ramada, Hills, Crossfire, Chapman, Apartment. Alright, everybody on my way. Whoops. Whee! Nice little drift. Okay. Let's get over these apartments. And then we'll figure out what's going on with him. I don't think he's the guy. But he is kind of crazy. We're not going to be able to pin him for it. I mean, we might be able to pin him for it, but he definitely isn't doing it. We're looking for a Marine that's doing this. So I don't know if the story will let us find this guy, you know, as much as I would like to. I'm tired of chasing ghosts. I don't think this story will let us. Pum 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 pum. Alright, almost there. Everything like that is so bad. Hey, look, it's our friend.
We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him too. I need him to move his car so I can mow the lawn.
He's definitely not here.
I've been banging on his door off and on for a couple of hours. Yeah, he's out somewhere. There's some kind
Let's
of problem.
take a look at the car.
Wrong with the car?
Let's see what he's hauling around.
Oh, he's got a Mosgill. Yep.
Motive, opportunity, and hard evidence.
Again, I don't think it's him. He does have a gun, it looks like. Oh, he has a ton of those papers, too.
We should revise the APB. He's clearly armed.
That's the creep. Walked out on his wife.
This doesn't look good.
Definitely gives him opportunity.
But I know it's not him. I mean, he's giving away the paper, but I know it's not him.
Hold it, Cole. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit. He's seen us.
Cops! Again!
Oh, shit.
Son of a bitch. He must have caught the trolley. We gotta move fast, Cole.
Man, why is the trolley so fast?
I'll call this in. Get some cars dispatched. Car 11K calling KGPL.
What the fuck am I supposed to do against
11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar. Currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously.
Okay, Mobile.
Roger, 11K. All units, officers need assistance on Melrose Avenue. A suspect aboard the 1110 University.
I mean, what am I supposed to do that these cars aren't gonna do?
Suspect is in control of the streetcar and driving dangerously. Units to handle 3 identified.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him.
What are we supposed to do? Maybe a fire truck could stop him?
Look, Cole, the side plate's gone. Get me closer. I think I got a shot here.
That's so annoying that he can just turn like that.
Hold him tight, Cole. As soon as he ditches the tram, we'll be there to grab him.
I want to be able to stop him. I don't want to have to shoot him.
Sleep on me. Get it close. Get me closer to the driver's cabin. I'll plug Chapman.
Plug him?
End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole.
Come on, no. Come on, don't make me do this. Man.
Looks like we have our man, Cole. Well done.
I'm
No.
not so sure. Chapman seemed to have his own agenda. There seems to be more to this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
The fires benefit Elysian in some way. I see Chapman and Monroe working together.
You have a point. The evidence is good for Chapman. Hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
Nice work, gentlemen. Put yourself at considerable risk stopping that trolley and probably saved a lot of lives. Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award. We've had our eyes on that slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. Couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard. I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe. What were you thinking, Phelps? Be calling Richard Nixon a crook next.
Yeah. Ooh, ooh. You mean one of the biggest crooks? Ooh. Shit. He's still stealing from even nowadays.
What is it?
His policies
A
have
letter
fucked over
from
people.
Lou. His insurance policy named me beneficiary.
Ooh.
California Fire and Life. You worked for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
It's a very generous settlement. Elsa, I'd like you to do something for me. I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help, this Kelso?
Jack won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He's a friend of yours?
He hates my guts. Elsa, you could take this money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late. Years too late.
Yeah. Cole's got too bad of a reputation among the Marines. Literally, Cole has such a bad reputation between everybody, even though he's like, all he's ever done is, I mean, besides sleep with her, he's done good things. Like, literally, the one thing that he's done wrong is fucking, you know, cheat on his wife. It's pretty fucked up, but compared to like the shit people are doing, everybody else is doing, it's like, haven't taken motive and any possible ties to Monroe Fields to the grave. And there's no way we could have, I don't think there was any way we could have done anything but kill him, unfortunately. Like, we even derailed the train, but we just weren't allowed to. Which is so annoying.
Mr. Kelso?
That's what the sign on the door says, miss.
Oh, I'm Kelso now, what? Also, Jermison, in the matter of policy number, sudden death of Mr. Lewis. This fault, I am writing from you that you have been named a sole beneficiary of Mr. Hey, please find attached a settlement check for $20,000. Ooh, the maximum payable amount in accordance with Clause 4A of the Life Care Disability and Accident. You may contact our account office by return mail or by phone during office hours.
There's no need to come to the office, Ms. Lichtman. If you accept the settlement, all you need to do is sign here.
$20,000. What year is this? 47? Let me see. It's like, I mean, we already know it's a lot of fucking money, but so that is the equivalent of about 259,000 purchasing power. So pretty much 250. It's pretty much 260,000. Yeah, $260,000 that she's got there pretty much. So a house, literally, she could buy a house with this.
I don't accept this.
What do you mean you don't accept? I think you're pushing your luck, lady. This seems to be a ridiculously generous settlement. A $200 policy with a $20,000 payout? You should...
I don't want the money.
What do you mean you don't want the money?
I want you to investigate this case. I feel my friend may have been the victim of foul play.
Okay. Let me get the case file.
I gotta play as him now and try to figure this shit out. Oh, this is gonna be... Ooh. At least in field development.
There's got to be more in these files.
Fire and Life, property details, Fire and Life. In field development. Louis Shannon was killed on the roof of the property. I'm saying. Can I see? There you go. On the play. Killed on the roof of the property on which he was working collapsed on Tuesday, approximately 8:30 in the morning. Finding the roof structure of a property at the Normandy Avenue development when a fault in the ridge beam caused it to sag. Witnesses report that Mr. Jones slipped and attempted to guard himself by holding onto a ceiling rafter, but the rafter broke. Approximately 20 feet to the ground, his falling weight caused several ceiling joints to snap. He fell inward along with the part of a prefabricated. That Mr. Cranium was shattered, probably when he struck his head on one of the roof beams. Internal entries. And died of internal hemorrhage. The roof collapses. Independent testing of the ridge beam and roof truss have determined that faults in the timber were undetected prior to installation. Following all safety procedures. The death of Louis Shannon is a genuine and unavoidable incident.
Sounds like your friend took a hell of a fall. I'm sorry for your loss.
Can you claim? What am I missing here? Your policy number. Los Angeles. Can't click on any of this. I'm just supposed to point something out, I think. What? Right here? Why can't I select this? Select the other one. Huh. Strange.
Someone ought to take him home. He's loaded. This is 1947, not 1927. Of course a girl can ask the fella out. If you were twice as smart, you'd still be stupid.
I mean, I'm not seeing anything. What am I missing? Why can't I click on this either?
Do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Okay.
Of course not.
What basis do you have for your claim of foul play?
Lou Buckwalter was a craftsman. I don't believe he would have made a roof that would collapse.
Wait, why am I investigating? What the oh, this is gonna be so annoying. And I gotta tell if she's lying to me? Oh. Is she lying to me? It's gonna be so annoying. A little bit better. Ceasefire. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Am I supposed to doubt her here? I mean, she keeps looking away like she's lying, but like... I don't want to doubt her, that's the problem. I want to be able to accept her help. What do you think, Roberta? What do we do? Do we doubt her? She's looking around like she was lying, like what most people would do if they were lying.
You look as if you might have something on your mind, Mr. Kelso. You look as if you might have something on your mind, Mr. Kelso.
You want me to reopen this case based on your woman's intuition? That isn't going to happen.
Okay, I gotta doubt
Take
her.
the money.
I've already told you I do not want the money. There's something wrong with that house.
You and Buckwalter weren't married?
No.
Then how did you become his
Yeah, I wanted to say true, but no.
We were family friends.
You expect me to reopen this case because you come in here walking that walk? Well, I'm not buying it. I think you should tell me what the hell is going on.
You really want to know?
Yes.
We were interned together on Ellis Island. Resident alien Germans whose parents had been killed by Nazis. Do you see the irony in that, Mr. Kelso? We spent 4 years there.
So the roof collapsed, accidents happened. What exactly are you trying to achieve here, Miss Lichtman?
Exactly what I said. I want that building thoroughly investigated.
Okay, now she's telling the truth.
I'm intrigued, Miss Lichtman. I really am. But you're going to have to give me something if you want me to get involved in this.
There is a conspiracy surrounding Elysian Fields and the new houses they are building. I believe your insurance company is involved.
That's pretty heady stuff, Miss Lichtman. Flimsy, but heady.
I've told you what I know, Mr. Kelso. What are you going to do about it?
All right, Miss Lichtman. One final question.
Yes.
What's your address?
Is that usual?
Is there anything usual about this case, Miss Lichtman?
The address is on the letter, Mr. Kelso.
The address. Not the phone number.
Oh. And you're falling in love with her too? Yeah, he is. Oh, great.
Mr. Benson would like to see you in his office, Jack. Upstairs. Come on, I'll walk you up.
What I have.
I'll be in touch.
Great. Great, we're gonna cause so much trouble with this.
Someone ought to take him home. He's loaded.
Also, how is it that Kelso hasn't heard of this lady? And Like, she has to be all over the news after what happened. There's no way she wouldn't have heard. He wouldn't have heard of her. She can't be using a fake name. He literally has all of her information. Why'd all my stuff all over? Damn, this place is a bit of a mess. But paperwork for you.
You coming?
What are we doing up here? I'm gonna get in trouble here too.
I'm not gonna ask.
Maybe new. He's been working here for a while, I'm pretty sure.
Mr. Benson, you wanted to see me?
Ah, yes, Jack. I'm just trying out a new putter. I noticed Elsa Lickman in the lobby.
It's the weirdest thing, Mr. Benson.
Call me Curtis, Jack. This is California.
Like I said, Curtis, this is a very strange case.
How so, Jack?
That lady, Elsa Lichtman, is refusing a 20 grand payout.
Elsa Lickman is hardly a lady, Jack. She's a jazz musician. Plays at the Blue Room in Hollywood. She has a fine pair of lungs, now that I think
She's
of
the
it.
beneficiary of this guy, Lou Buckwalter. He was killed in an industrial accident working for Elysian Fields Developments. You know Elysian?
I'm familiar with Leland Monroe. We move in similar
Yep.
circles.
Well, Miss Lichtman is making some pretty serious accusations. She says the case stinks and that
She's a
something
very
happened.
highly strung girl, Jack. Strung out might be a better way to put it.
It's a pretty generous payment, Curtis. I think I should look into it.
Is there anything wrong with the paperwork, Kelso?
No, there isn't, Mr. Benson.
I didn't think so. Pay the case out and get her off our backs.
I can't make her take the money,
Deal
sir.
with it, Jack. Do your fucking job. Do I have to do everything?
No, sir, you don't.
Fine, Jack. Fine. You know I have the greatest confidence in you.
Thanks, Mr. Benson.
Great. And now he knows, and he's gonna tell his buddies about it. Unless he just thinks that it'll be taken care of. Which he might.
Your car, Mr. Kelso.
Be
Thanks,
back.
kid.
Don't need this?
Here's the boss's room. Can I break into his room?
It's been a year. What's he waiting for?
Oh, just you wait.
Can I go back? Go back. I want to go into his office, see if I can find anything.
Grown men.
Yeah, he's getting the bad vibes. He knows something's wrong.
Heavens to Betsy.
At the very least, he's like, why the fuck would we not look into it? Because he thinks we should be doing the right thing. Obviously, they don't want to do the right thing, so...
Okay.
Hey, boss, where was your room at? This one over here? You're not gonna let me go in there, are you? Nope. Damn. Alright, well that was a waste of time, but okay.
You were twice as smart, you'd still be stupid.
Oh, can Jack even prove that there's anything bad there? Like, all the contractors, all the paperwork's like legit because obviously the fire people were paid off properly.
I don't think you're a fool.
Oh.
My opinion against thousands of others.
You're a real ass.
Well, I don't know how much he can do, and he's not even a cop. I don't know, we'll see. It is interesting that we've switched from Cole to Jack, though. Didn't expect that. We're going straight to here? Interesting. Also, it's not like he's a detective, so like Cole's a detective, so he knows what he's looking for, and he can piece things together. This guy's supposed to be as smart as Cole then? You can just piece everything together? Or are you just gonna find super easy evidence?
That's not how my pop taught me to mix it. Someone is cutting corners.
Oh, we got this at least. Is this, huh? Cleveland Housing Department of Building Safety order of demolition.
Bulldozing and starting again.
Orders that any building work at the Normandy going to site. Ah, they're getting at least called out for the most part.
Leland Monroe, the man with the grin. Looks like he doesn't like to be disappointed.
Delays will not be tolerated. Interesting. Master plan of Travis Lesson Freeway. That's a double check. The code is already being called out. And they're making bad things, and the boss is rushing them. We have that at least.
Hey! You just can't be walking around down here.
I'm Jack Kelso, from California Fire and Life.
I don't care if you're from the Vatican. Buzz off!
I'm investigating the accidental death of a Lou Buckwalter, and...
You deaf? Do I have to beat on you?
Looks like you do.
Fucking bitch. Hey, you wanna go? Come on. Come on. What are you gonna do, huh?
I came to see the house where Lou Buckwalter died. You were just about to offer to show me the way.
It's out the gate and 3 houses down on the left. Don't know what you're looking for, smart guy. There's nothing there.
Then I'll poke around in the rubble.
Fine. As long as you're out of my sight.
Get your ass kicked. That house over there that's been broken down. But before that, I do have to be right back. I apologize. One moment. Bah. Okay. Nom. Tell me this house that's collapsed. Thank you. Man, there's a lot of people over here. What do we have here?
The place falls down and then they bulldoze it. What gives here?
Not for construction use, huh?
The heck?
Not gonna be able to enter this into evidence?
Olive oil comes from olive. Where's baby oil come from?
Huh, that doesn't seem right. I gotta zoom in and look at it and put it in your evidence book. There's a piece of wood that says not for construction use lying around here. Okay. Sure. What this? Nothing from here either?
What are you liquored
I don't get anything from this. It's weird. Okay, can't go that way apparently.
Slow down. God damn, we're having a seat.
There's more of it.
How dare you?
Ton of wood that's not for construction. Shitty looking bricks. Oh great, did I just get stuck here? Yeah.
Mister, a man like you always loses a battle of wits.
Let's try to piece this together.
What the hell?
That's not right.
Keystone.
You wanna
Keystone
get
Films.
ketchup and a root beer?
Keystone Films? Who gets their lumber from a film studio?
Oh, it's that damn fucking... That damn studio that was breaking down constantly when we were running across it. Are you trying to murder me? What the fuck?
Son of a bitch.
What the fuck? How the fuck am I supposed to shoot him? Okay, so nope. Huh. Yeah, I gotta use the high ground, I guess. But I don't know if I even can get to hide for that. Try.
Son of a bitch. Oh, shit.
Man. Getting that shot's gonna be almost impossible. He literally raises it as soon as I try. Maybe I gotta run further.
Son of a bitch.
Says you can shoot the bulldozer to slow it down, but if I even try to shoot towards the bulldozer, I just get run over. What? I feel like that's a shitty tooltip. He doesn't stop. Why would he? It's not like my bullets are gonna pierce this thing.
Son of a bitch.
Oh Oh, there's no way. What the fuck? How are you supposed to do this? So I gotta get up on the thing, turn around, shoot, and then what? Just keep running, I guess? But he didn't look like he give a damn. He just like... He just puts up his shield and keeps going. Is that gonna work?
Son of a bitch.
No.
Oh, shit.
I don't know why he's going slower now than he was, but... The fuck? I didn't shoot him? I'm gonna call the cops? What's going on?
Watch your six!
Hold on. You really? I don't get to... What the f... Where's this fucker? I don't get to pull my gun out again, do I? I almost get killed and like I get nothing for that. I'm not gonna call the police and report it or shoot him or anything. He's just gone. Huh. That is interesting. How's it going?
No, they're shooting at us.
I don't need this.
Bum, 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 bum. You gotta call it in, hopefully? Maybe? I doubt it.
Married man again?
Jack Kelso, California Fire and Life investigator. I need an address on the Keystone Film Company.
The address is 658 North Wilton Place.
Wilton
Is there
Place.
anything else?
No, thank you, ma'am.
Ow. Why would he not report it?
Say, could I borrow some of that mascara?
My location now is Keystone Film Studios.
Top of my class back east. Now I'm waiting tables.
You do it, Jack. You got this. Yep, just back to going to the next place, I guess. Like, almost got murdered. Had to shoot at a guy. But, you know.
Hi, Mac. I work for California Fire and Life. I'm looking into an industrial accident.
Here?
No, not here. At a housing development over on Normandy Avenue.
So?
I found some lumber over there, had the Keystone name printed on it.
We've been closed since '41. Never quite made the transition to talkies. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund are pulling the place down.
Know anything about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nix.
Mind if I take a look around?
I'm kind of hungry. If someone was to leave a couple of bucks here, I might wander down the street and get a cup of coffee.
Is there a key to the gate?
No. The only guys who go in or out are some delivery guys from Elysian Fields. They're working on a housing development over at Wilton and Santa Monica. You'll have to hop it.
Thank you, buddy. Where am I going? I don't know if this is important, but...
Let's see what the rich and powerful have to say for themselves.
It's empty? Fortunate.
The reel should be nearby.
I find this. There it is, actually. It's on the ground. What? I'm not gonna pick it up? That's not it? I don't understand what's going on with this. Is this the real? What is this? Pen? It's a pen just to be leaving here. This one before. Is this one before? Oh. This is what I'm looking for. Oh. Also, why is this even a taped to begin with? Why did they tape this in the first place, or who taped this? No way they could have secretly recorded it unless they had to do that for. Hey, there's that damn doctor. I was backwards or forward. I assume I'm going forward to like skip all the dialogue, but maybe not. What is going on? Was I supposed to stop it at some point? I think I'm supposed to click at some point to stop it. Okay, so when the credits come back up, I'll play it. Oh.
In a great day for the future of Los Angeles, civic leaders and businessmen join forces to launch the suburban...
There we go. Got it.
In a great day for the future of Los Angeles, civic leaders and businessmen join forces to launch the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund pledges to speed up housing development for returning GIs.
Gentlemen, this is Dr. Harlan Fontaine. He's our latest investor in the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. Doctor, this is Curtis Benson. He's Vice President of the California Fire and Life.
Pleased to meet you, Doctor. Ray Gordon,
editor of the Times. Doctor.
District Attorney Donald Sandler and Police Chief Warren.
Gentlemen, I am delighted to be in such exalted company. You're making quite a name for yourself, Doctor, amongst the thespian fraternity. I find that those of artistic temperament are often of a fragile mental disposition. It's a short step from miscreant to recidivism, Doctor. Very true. But I think we could all agree that the City of Angels does rather well basking in the reflection of the motion picture industry.
Hear, hear. And it's something that every sucker getting off a train at Union Station wants a part of. Gentlemen, we're here to sell the American dream, and Hollywood is our greatest advertiser.
So, how is your new development selling, Leland?
Cannot throw them up fast enough, Ray.
And that's part of the problem, Leland. Washington is receiving steady complaints. There's a clamor for public housing.
God damn it, Ray.
Public housing is tantamount to communism. Now, that's why we fought this goddamn war. I'm telling you, it's Reds via the back door.
You can't have it both ways, Leland. The new freeways are being built to service all your developments out in the boondocks. They're all being built with government money. The GI Bill is government money.
There's a difference.
What difference?
The GI money ends up in my pocket.
I hope you mean our pockets, Leland. We're all investors.
Of course, Curtis.
So, when will the freeway bond be passed on?
It still has to be ratified. It takes a long time to raise $3 billion.
God damn, $3 billion?
Gainwell or telephone.
Holy shit, $3 billion?
In a great day for the future of Los Angeles, civic leaders and businessmen joined forces to launch the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund pledges to speed up...
We're talking about, yeah, $3 billion in 47. We're talking like... Ooh, I don't know. Hold on.
He's our latest investor in the Suburban Redevelopment.
Hold on.
Doctor, this is Curtis Benson. He's Vice President of the California Fire and Life.
Pleased to meet you, Doctor.
Ray Gordon.
Editor of the Times.
Doctor.
District Attorney Donald Sandler and Police Chief Warren.
Gentlemen, I am delighted to be in such exalted company. You're making quite a name for yourself, Doctor, amongst the thespian fraternity. I find that those of artistic temperament are often of a fragile mental disposition. It's a short step from miscreant to recidivism, Doctor.
Very true. But I think we could all agree that the City of Angels does rather well.
Hold on, let me see.
basking in the reflection of the
I don't know if I can go up higher than what it is.
Hear, hear. And it's something that every sucker getting off a train at Union Station wants a part of. Gentlemen, we're here to sell the American dream, and Hollywood is our greatest advertiser. So,
$3 billion would be worth 30, pretty much $39 billion today's money.
Washington is receiving steady complaints. There's a clamor for public housing.
God damn it.
Damn.
public housing is tantamount to communism. Now, that's why we fought this goddamn war. I'm telling you, it's Reds via the back door. You can't have it both
I want to hear what they said. Are they talking about the freeway at the end or the GI Bill? One second.
They're all being built with government money. The GI Bill is government money.
There's a difference.
What difference?
The GI money ends up in my pocket.
I hope you mean our pockets, Leland. We're all investors.
Of course, Curtis.
So, when will the freeway bond be passed on?
It still has to be ratified. It takes a long time to raise
Okay, so they're talking about the freeway at the end, which makes sense. Takes a lot of money to make a freeway, but even still.
In a great day for the future of Los Angeles, civic leaders and businessmen joined forces to launch the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund pledges to speed up housing.
Anything else I'm supposed to find while looking around here?
Gentlemen, this is Dr.
Also, that's broken. Good gameplay. Go through here. But as you can see, they stand to lose a lot. And we're talking about like some of the biggest people in the city stand to lose a lot if this thing doesn't go through. But there's not much I don't think they wouldn't do to get it working. We gotta cut corners, we'll cut corners. Doesn't matter to them. Something. Wood? Yeah.
So this is where their lumber comes from?
Here we go. Gotta be more. What else am I missing?
That's one way to keep your costs down. Too bad it won't support a roof.
I was gonna leave. Well, I caught that. Anything else I'm missing? There's gotta be something. What does this say? Keystone Films prediction. Not for heavy construction? Yeah. Maybe there isn't anything else.
In a great day for the future of Los Angeles, civic leaders and businessmen joined forces to launch the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund pledges to speed up housing development for returning GIs.
Gentlemen, this is
That pen
Dr.
again,
Harlan Fontaine. He's our latest investor in the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. Doctor, this is Curtis Benson. He's Vice President of the California Fire and Life.
Pleased to meet you, Doctor.
Ray Gordon, editor of the
Pa-pa-pa.
Times. Doctor. District Attorney Don Sandler and Police Chief Warren.
Gentlemen, I am delighted to
All
be
right.
in such exalted company. You're making quite a name for yourself, Doctor, amongst the thespians.
Guess that's everything we're gonna find here. But man, did we find some good stuff. Not that it'll matter. Nobody's... I mean, who's gonna back us up? We literally have the police chief against us. Oh, my good friend.
Operator, think you could put me through to police dispatch? Thanks.
Putting you through now.
Not gonna happen.
This is Jack Kelso, investigator for California Fire and Life. Can you put me through to Curtis Benson, please?
Curtis Benson.
Just a moment, please,
Who's
Mr.
Curtis
Kelso.
Benson?
Jack, how can I help?
Do you know anything about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund, Mr. Benson?
I've heard of them, Jack. Building new homes for GIs.
With green lumber that was used on movie sets.
Jack, are you working the Buckwalter case?
Mr. Benson, are you part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Jack, I want you to listen very clearly. Call Miss Lickman. Call her as soon as you hang up. Arrange to see her tonight and get her to agree to the settlement. Do it tonight. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
End of story, Jack. I don't want to hear another word about Elsa Lickman or Luke Buckwalter.
Can you put me through to Michigan 221?
Putting the call through.
Hello?
Ms. Lichtman, it's Jack Kelso.
Yes, Mr. Kelso.
I've been looking into your case.
Yep. He knows too much. They're gonna kill him.
It doesn't look good. I need to see you.
Ain't gonna go well.
Meet me at the Blue Room. I work there tonight.
Ain't gonna well. Someone's gonna die.
I'll be waiting at the stage door. We can talk then. Auf Wiedersehen, Mr. Kelso.
Thank you.
Oh, I wanted the paper. No, I wanted the paper. Fuck.
And don't suppose I'll make a plea.
We're back to Cole.
'Cause baby, you know I'm guilty.
What are you doing, Cole? One of them's gonna die. Somebody's gonna die here. Oh, okay. Talking at least. No, one of them's gonna die for sure. He's dead.
What were you doing with him?
I was doing what you asked.
I didn't ask you to meet him in an alleyway.
Why do you snarl at me? Your friend came to ask me to accept the insurance.
He's not my friend, Elsa.
I think he's a brave man, and you have placed him in great danger. You've involved him in something, and he has no idea of the risk. Can you live with that, Cole?
Elsa, I need his help, and he hates my guts.
Forget the past, Cole. He deserves a chance to say no. If he helps you, let it be on his terms.
Come on,
I'll go
Cole.
see him in the morning.
No, no, no. See him now. No, 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 let me go see him. Come on, Cole.
Son, you're a couple of slates short of
Well,
full.
somebody's gonna die.
Oh, you don't do that every day.
Oh, wait, no, here I am. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on, wait a minute.
A skeleton goes into a...
Oh, they were right there. Okay, so I'm playing Jack for a bit. Somebody's gonna die, whether it be Jack or Cole or
He just refuses to
what's her name?
accompany me to
Or all of us, honestly. I don't see
He's
this.
dull as dishwater, but
I
I'm
don't
not
see this
with him
going
for
well.
conversation.
You going there? Okay.
The nice thing about egotism, they don't talk about other people.
Also, I don't like that we're playing it. It sucks that we're playing it. I don't want to get Jack involved in all this. Like, Courtney got Jack involved. Like, both Cole and Courtney have just caused so much trouble. Jack's being put in the middle of it all. What are you doing here, Jack? You've already searched the place. Oh, it's a different place, is it? Yeah. This is the actual lumber yard. Oh. Interesting. What? You hope she doesn't die? Yeah, I don't know. She might live, but I don't know. I don't see Cole living through all this. There's no way we bust them all. I mean, we're talking about literally the head of all this. The entire the entire state. You'd have to get the feds involved, and even then. Oh. Got something. Am I?
Nice wiring job, fellas. Keep them in the dark.
Interesting. I don't know how this is going to turn out.
Good thing I'm not thirsty.
Also, there's no hole for that. Hey, that damn bulldozer. Does that mean that asshole's in here? Dun, 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 dun. You gonna have an accident too up here? And these floors definitely aren't all that sturdy. Uh-oh.
You lose something, Mac?
I thought these private eye types were all wise guys with smart mouths.
Looks like the snappy repartee has all dried up.
Get on with it.
What's your hurry, Mac? You got some place to go?
You ever do the cat and mouse routine without a gun in your hand?
Now that's more like it.
Let's put a few gaps in that scenario.
Holy shit.
All right.
Yeah, this is good. Oh shit, I gotta be careful.
Time for you to lose some teeth.
I might. Yeah, they're much better than all the other fuckers I've been fighting. Oh. I did. Was I not supposed to win that?
You're a worn tough guy. You should learn to take a hint.
Damn.
Get him downstairs and into the trunk.
Yeah, I don't think I was supposed to win that. I might have been able to win that, but I don't think so. Even if I did win, they had guns, so...
Sure, he turned up all right. He's wishing he didn't. He's in the trunk. He's going nowhere. The boys introduced themselves. What do you want done with him, Mr. Monroe? Yeah, I know a good place. We'll pick up a shovel and a pick on the way. It's up in the hills behind Griffith Park. We'll deal with that German bitch next.
Come on, Jack. Yes! Come on, Jack. Come on. I thought Jack got away. Ow. Damn it. Well, there we go.
Elsa.
Ooh. Yeah, I'll be taking your card, thank you.
It's like the war right here.
Bye.
Driving.
Monroe owns the city. Owns the cops. I need to find Elsa.
Wee. They got the cops on them. They got the gangsters on their like they literally have everybody: cops, gangsters, anything you could think of. They own everything. They own them all. Oh fuck! This guy was able to chase after me. Fucking stupid AI.
Out of my way!
The fact that he can do that is bullshit.
I'm in a rush!
Fuck you. Bye, bitch.
Please, damn it!
Really? Get up. Get in, get out!
Out! Right now!
Not on your life, Buster.
Do that a little bit. 1 second. The car got stuck. Bye bye. Take care.
Where are they? Is that the last of them?
Oh great, I don't feel like I should be coming here. Oh great, he's gonna die. He's gonna see Cole and then he's gonna die after this.
So you're still carrying that Army 45, Cole?
Oh, fuck.
For God's sake, Cole! Call an ambulance!
No. No, do not call an ambulance. Please don't call an ambulance. Hi! Hi, Say. Yeah. Fuck. How you doing, Cootie? Please don't come call an ambulance. Early morning, yee.
Satchel charges on the cave entrance from above. Covering fire on weapons team. Look for snipers in the trees. You know the drill. No risks, no heroes, no prisoners.
You want some roast on this one, Sarge?
No, you guys have done enough. Head back to Webb's. We are going to blow every cave we come across. Close them down and move on, people.
Damn. I was hoping to get me a samurai sword.
Skipper says that Phelps has fallen behind again. He's got his fire teams checking every cave. He's lost another flamethrower. He wants you to get over there and hurry them along.
Hoboom. Weapons Company.
Sir.
Sir.
We have a major cave complex in front of us, Hogaboom. I want flamethrowers and BAR teams to clean it out.
Begging your pardon, sir. But if it's a big complex, why don't we bring the Shermans in? They could pour it in there.
We can't wait for tanks to be brought up. I'm already behind.
Then blow the cave. No skin off our nose. Bury them.
We are going in there and clearing them out. We are doing it by the numbers, Sergeant. Get your team in place. We're moving out. Mount up! First fire team and flamethrowers! Head in!
Damn.
Where's he going?
Where's who going?
The big cowboy. He's going in. Who gave that order?
You did.
I mean, you technically did. Did say go in. But I feel like dealing with the enemy right there would have been a better thing. Oh gosh, what are we doing? Hey, he's still alive, that's good.
Hello, Miss Lichtman. How long have you been sitting there?
Not long, Mr. Kelso.
You look lovely, Princess. You haven't exactly caught me at my best. It's okay, Miss Lichtman. I'm a big boy. I know how to take my licks.
Please, call me Elsa.
Okay, Elsa? What can I do for you?
I'd like to explain because
I can join the dots, Elsa.
Cole needs your help, Jack. The police department have frozen him out.
Look, you're obviously a brave lady, but you can't fight all Cole's battles for it.
I just wanted to apologize
You
for...
don't have to apologize. You were right about Elysian Fields. Tell me something. What was Lou Buckwalter's regular job?
He was a carpenter. He built sets for RKO, Warner Brothers.
Set carpenter? Perfect. If you don't mind, Elsa, I'd like to get a little rest now. I've got a lot more dots to join, and it's making my head hurt.
That's perfectly understandable, Mr. Jack. I hope we can meet again under less dramatic circumstances.
I hope so too, Princess.
Yeah, a lot of the females in this game, I don't know why, they're just really badly done. Who is that?
You Kelso?
Who's asking?
Peterson, Assistant DA.
You're in the wrong building, Peterson. This is a hospital.
A wise guy. Let me tell you a story, Kelso.
Can I get the abridged version? My head hurts.
You're a funny guy, Jack.
What do you want, Peterson?
A colorful character mentioned your name. He said that you might know something about...
There's a problem with colorful characters, Peterson. First they send you over a drink, then they buy you dinner, then you get a phone call in the middle of the night for a favor. Try rubbing shoulders with some solid citizens. They're the ones you're supposed to protect.
You finished, Kelso?
For the moment.
I'm going to run for DA, Kelso. The current administration stinks.
And you want me to help?
I'm looking for a DA's investigator. You get a gun and a badge and $120 a month.
I get $150 a month now.
I'm going after the Vice Squad, Kelso. It's going to get me elected.
I've got something better. How about Leland Monroe?
The property developer?
Do you think I fell down the stairs?
Oh, okay. Okay. Here we go. Now we might have some backup. If we can get some powerful people in powerful places, then we might be able to actually take down these people.
Thanks for the patch-up, Princess. Might be the only R&R I get for some time.
I don't know what I'm looking around here for. I'm not gonna find anything. Ooh, a glass. Okay, with a new DA that's trying to take down the public to become somebody bigger, might actually have a chance of doing something with all this. I'm not sure if everyone's going to survive at the end of all this, but at the very least we got a better chance. Going.
When is America gonna understand? It's not about getting, it's about giving.
Curtis Benson's apartment. Number 2. Apartments 2 and 3.
Remember me?
Jack, it's good to see you. You've caught me at a slightly inopportune moment. Can we do this some other time?
Back off, Curtis. Move away from the door.
Jack, there's no call for that.
You're smooth, Curtis. I'll give you that. You try to get me killed and you still manage to be polite about it.
Jack, how could you accuse me of having anything to do with that?
I want to know all about you and Monroe, Curtis. You give it up or I beat it out of you.
Get the fuck out of here, Jack. You're fired. Who do you think you are? Get out of town now while you still have the chance. You have no idea what kind of forces you're dealing with here.
I guess we've exhausted the passive options.
Ooh. Okay, here we go.
I'm taking a look around.
Oh, he's never had the shit beat out of him. Ooh, if only I could just. Nothing. As assistant, that's funny.
How old are you, princess?
16, mister?
How old are you really?
Nearly 13.
Oh, God.
You take love where you can find it as you get older.
Love? That has nothing to do with love, Curtis.
Some might find your romantic notions endearing, Jack. I find them very tiring.
Oh, please shoot him in the balls.
You're finished, Curtis.
That remains to be seen, Jack.
I haven't told you about my new job, Curtis. DA's investigator.
Who do you think the DA reports to, Jack?
Get dressed, you're getting out of here.
He's not so bad. He just lays on top of me and grunts for a few minutes. He's fine. And he buys me nice things.
Get dressed, you're leaving.
She will only come back.
Ooh, the fact that I can't just shoot him. Yikes. Big fucking yikes. Cigar, it's not gonna help me with anything. Anything in here? Anything helpful? No? Man. Give me something, game, please.
What exactly do you expect to find, Jack?
Had enough already. Oh. Help, but oh, we know he's serving her alcohol too, underage alcohol.
Jack, you've made a terrible mistake. Get out while you can.
Nothing else I can fuck with? Here we go. Gotta find fire and life. Here's the premium. Prank.
I knew you were in bed with Elysian, Curtis. Now I know why.
1,000. Holy.
What exactly do you expect to find, Jack?
She's supposed to be paid this much instead? Know what I'm reading? Against all losses damage according to range. Out here? I think? No?
Jack, you've made a terrible mistake. Get out while you can.
Oh, what is this?
To get all of the stockholders, I need to follow the paper trail.
1,000. Curtis Robert Ben. $1,000 each.
What exactly do you expect to find, Jack?
To be honest, I'm not even sure what I'm supposed to find. Yeah, they are. They're big fucking creeps. Gotta be more. What am I missing?
Jack, you've made a terrible mistake. Get out while you can.
Gotta be missing something else. What is it? What am I missing? That's some pretty good stuff so far, but what I want. Nothing else lying around? And it's alcohol.
What exactly do you expect to find, Jack?
Shit. Got everything? Doesn't feel like it's enough. I need more. Come on, game. What am I gonna talk to him about? Ask him about who the other shareholders are?
Jack, you've made a terrible mistake.
So I can't talk to him.
Get out while you can. What exactly do you expect to find, Jack?
I want answers, Curtis. So pay attention.
Please, Jack. I'm not a violent man.
You're a crook is what you are.
I don't get it, Curtis. You're vice president of the company. Why take the risk?
It's a simple business transaction, dear boy.
Your lumber, redevelopment fields. Good value certificate out on. $4,000 suburban. I think I go, oh, let me use my intuition, but I think I go lie. Yeah, it's lie.
You're lying, Curtis. Something happened at the company, didn't it? That's why you took the bribe.
Bribe? What bribe? How can you accuse me of benefiting ahead of the company?
I noticed that the share certificates are in your name, Curtis, not the company's. What did you use as collateral?
Those sons of bitches in Sacramento. They passed me over for president. Sent me here because they believed it was a backwater. But they were wrong. Los Angeles will become the capital of the West, not San Francisco. This place will be the city of the 20th century. And I'm gonna get my cut, Jack.
You're going to jail, Curtis. You and your cronies.
We'll see about that, Jack.
I need to get these right.
Tell me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
You're talking about the future of Los Angeles. You cannot interfere with these plans.
Information, Curtis.
Business people who have joined forces to meet the demand for new homes.
That's obviously a fucking lie, but... Good value certificate made out on Rancho Life. Now, my government agency partially funded. Is that what I'm supposed to use? Oh, I'll be right back. My apologies. One moment. Alright, CC, night. Bye-bye. Good patch for the CC. Okay, let me...
You're lying, Curtis. They're going to burn those movie sets they call houses, and you're carrying the insurance on them.
And how do you prove that, Jack?
Yes.
Rancho Escondido burnt to the ground. California Fire and Life is carrying the paper.
Jack, the best result you could get from insurance would be replacement cost. The stakes are much, much higher.
Okay, we got it right, luckily. These settlements.
Why the big payoff in the Buckwalter case? It was bound to bring it to attention.
Who could have predicted this particular confluence of events? Elsa Lichtman as the beneficiary who spurns the cash. The brilliant but flawed detective becoming her lover. And you, Jack, taking their bait.
You buy green lumber and use it to build houses. How do you expect it to end?
Mr. Monroe has a fine reputation for building houses. What would I know about his choice of building materials?
Bro.
You smug son of a bitch. You're lying again. It's an insurance scam, pure and simple.
And how do you prove that, Jack? My assessors wrote the policies on the houses. I only approve the reports,
Oh,
Jack.
come on.
I'm the rubber stamp. This doesn't come back to me.
Very neat, Curtis.
Damn it.
Maybe I can't work it out, but Phelps can. He may be many things, but he is one of the best detectives the LAPD has ever had.
Your card is marked, Jack. You'll have an unfortunate accident if you don't leave town.
Your California isn't the same as mine, Mr. Benson. Not at all.
Damn it. California Fire and Life offices. We're not gonna be allowed there, so I don't know what we're gonna do there.
This is the lucky country, and
I don't know what we're expecting. I don't think they're gonna let us in.
I'm just going up to my office party. Gotta check over some files.
Take the elevator. First door on the right when you come out. You know the way, Kelso.
Yeah, this isn't gonna go well. I need to get up into his office.
I don't mind that you're talking, so long as you don't mind that I'm not listening.
Oh, Susie, you are so bad.
Grab here. Supposed to be in his office? Supposed to go to my office. Really, there's nothing in here? Nothing at all? Yeah. There would be. Guess not.
If you were twice as smart, you'd still be stupid.
So, Curtis, what is it you don't want me to see?
Click on this now, which is good.
$34 4 minutes 29 seconds north. 118 degrees 17 minutes 58 seconds west.
There's got to be more in these files.
Insured replacement value for the house is $900. Current value of the house and land is $3,500. Christ, how many of these dumps are we carrying on the books?
I have a Detective Phelps of the LAPD here to see you.
Have a seat, Cole. Where's the go-between? She's awful easy on the eye for a foreign girl.
Does that private dick petter actually work on anyone, Kelso? It's not your style. You were always a little more direct.
This is your dime, officer.
Would you have helped me if I asked, Jack? A little chuck on the shoulder, shot of Semper Fi.
Fuck you, Cole. Be a man. Why send a woman to do your dirty work? You're a cop.
You wouldn't help me before. Why would you help me now?
I thought a PI might be a little more discreet.
I'm no gumshoe. I used to be an investigator for this company before your investigation got me fired.
Sorry to hear that, Jack. I'm sorry about a lot of things.
Is that an apology, Cole?
It's a feeble attempt at one, yes. Look, Jack, it's a murder case, and I need help to solve it.
So what's it got to do with Elysian Fields developments?
They're in it somehow. The flyers keep turning up whenever I find a domestic fire.
They're boosters. Stiffing GIs for deposits, making them wait months for a throw-up house. They're already making more money than they can count. What's turned them into killers?
So you believe me?
This is why you dragged me into the Buckwalter case.
Look, Jack, I'm sorry. But if not for me, do it for some of the poor saps who are dying. Or some of the leathernecks who are getting grifted. How about it, Jack?
I know you, Cole. You're still beating yourself up over that medal on Sugarloaf. The medal you think you didn't deserve, but you just don't get it. Nobody deserves a medal. It's just the ridiculous situation you find yourself in and how you react to it. You think you failed up on that hill. But courage isn't a tap you can turn on or off. Courage isn't permanent. It's a tenuous and fickle thing. Courage and cowardice exist in every man. Get over it.
You got it off your chest.
I guess I have.
Can you help me, Jack?
I'm thinking about it. The Hall of Records is the place to start.
Hey, got myself a new partner, though I'm gonna miss Bigsby. Biggs. He's awesome. I liked him. I don't think we're gonna get to work with him for quite a while at least. Oh, I thought I was gonna come with Cole. Why is Cole not coming with me? What the fuck? It'd make so much more sense if Cole was here.
Hello there.
You need some help there, sir?
The Land Registry Office. Where is it?
Just up the stairs.
Thanks.
Up this area? Yeah.
I'd like to see the company details of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Certainly, sir. Just this way.
Okay. Get up, go that way, and then you go this way. Sense.
All those suburban sons of bitches ought to be listed in here.
Shareholder. What am I looking for? The water's here. Section. Redevelopment Fund. Monroe. Trail holders. Bro. I'm looking for Benson.
Courtney.
Courtney Sheldon. Look who it is.
What's she got to do with this? I'd like information on a plot of land.
Okay, do you have the address?
Not exactly. It's a new lot. I have the coordinates. 34 degrees, 4 minutes, 29 seconds north. 118 degrees, 17 minutes,
Slowly, we're getting some
58 seconds
people.
west.
All right, that makes it a bit more difficult. Come with me.
We're still not in the clear,
I
but
believe that is in the Wilshire area. Here.
34 degrees, 4 minutes, 29 seconds north. 118 degrees, 17 minutes, 58 seconds west.
this is kind of cool. Bam.
The lot number's 1876988.
Unfortunately, that is just the beginning. We have at least 1 million lot numbers in the Los Angeles area. Registrations are in alphabetical order. You need to convert your lot number to a letter.
How do I do that?
Over here. Use this adding machine.
Oh,
There
great.
are 90,000 entries to a book, so divide your lot number by 90,000.
1876988.
1,
Divided by
8,
90,000.
7, 6. Oh fuck! What was the number? 8, 8. Seven, 6, 9, 8, 8.
$1,876,988 divided by 90,000.
Divided by. Oh, so slow. 9. 1, 2, 3. 90,000. 20.
20.
A starts at 0, so you want to add 1 to your number.
21.
That number is your letter of the alphabet. Once you have the letter, find the right aisle, and you are in business.
You do this every day?
21? What? I don't understand what he said at the last there.
Let's see what the site is worth to them.
Is there? 21. Oh man, I guessed that correct on the first thing. It is you, because it's 21. So you want to do the alphabet. What letter 21 is in the alphabet, and it is you. Shoot.
1876988.
988.
The book value is $350. With the new home in place, the improved value of the property is $3,500. They can make a killing. But how do they pull it off?
Shit.
Know why I plumbed for the caddy? The extra trunk space.
One thing you learn in the war, boys. You do your talking once the smoke clears.
Come on, pop up. Come on.
Throw out the guns.
Real clever, asshole. I'm gonna find you.
There you now.
Weapons on the ground, now!
Ah, felt good. Don't get to shoot enough of these fuckers.
I need a word, Courtney.
That's okay, Jack.
Pew pew.
You didn't need to come all the way down.
It's important, Courtney.
How can I help?
Tell me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
What are you talking about?
Don't fuck with me, Courtney!
Jack, I swear, I don't know what you're talking about.
How does your name appear as one of the investors in the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
You're out of your mind.
I was down at the Hall of Records checking on a property company called Elysian Fields Developments. Their funding comes from the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Seriously, Jack, I have no idea.
Your name is there, Courtney, with some pretty interesting company. The mayor, the district attorney, some dirty cops, and your buddy, Dr. Harlan Fontaine.
Are you gonna put together?
Fontaine?
Spill it, Courtney. I want all of it. Fontaine and the rest.
Don't fucking lie to him, Courtney. He literally is the only person that helped you in
The
this.
morphine off our hands.
Good.
Look, Jack, I know you said to get rid of it, but it's okay. I did something good for once. He reinvested the money for us. That's it. That's what's happening. They're building houses for GIs, Jack.
No, they're not.
I turned a mistake into something beneficial. Something that's going to help out the guys.
Courtney, they're building matchstick houses. They're going to burn them for the insurance money. They'll probably stiff the poor bastards for the deposits.
Please, Jack. Say it isn't so.
I'm sorry, man.
Harlan's a doctor. A good one. He helps out a lot of people.
Looks like he's helping himself, Courtney. You're the fall guy.
Glad we finally got to talk to fucking Courtney about this shit. Okay. Kelso's apartment. Getting a phone call, huh? Interesting.
Jack Kelso.
Who's asking?
Leland Monroe.
I was wondering when you'd get around to calling.
I'd like to meet with you, Mr. Kelso.
I bet you would, Mr. Monroe. But I value my skin highly enough to not want to meet with you. Why don't you just send some more of your boys around and we'll have a nice cup of tea?
You realize that I could make you a very wealthy man, Mr. Kelso.
Better than $220 a month?
You're a very witty man, Kelso. Substantially better.
I'm going to have to let it slide, Mr. Monroe.
Are you haggling with me, Jack?
I might be.
Come around to my place at 9. 5164 Santa Monica Boulevard. You'll come?
I might. Good night, Mr. Monroe.
Time to call up Cole. You need a friend. And Biggs too. Come on, Biggs. Come help us. Let's do this. Oh, that'd be so awesome. Oh, it's 100% a trap. But I think he called for some backup. So I think we might be good. And we have no other choice to go there. We have nothing left. My hope is that we got Cole and hopefully Biggs coming at least. We got Cole, but nice if we get Biggs or somebody else. But yeah, this is 100% a trap. Look at these fuckers.
I appreciate the help, all of you. We can reminisce later. I want a minimum of noise and no prisoners.
No prisoners? This isn't Peleliu, Jack.
These guys are grifting GIs. That's what they do for a living.
It's okay, Jack. We all feel the same way. Just hasn't turned out quite the way we imagined.
Let's get it done. Teams of 2 at the ready.
Oh shit. Oh shit, we're just going in and killing. Are we supposed to kill these guys, or are we supposed to sneak up to...
Soon as it pokes his head. Keep your head down. I'm close, somebody.
Got him in the fucking hand. Come on.
Stay down, damn it.
Ah, damn it. Whew. Oh, we got pretty far now. Damn, these boys are tough.
Weapons on the ground now.
Let me see if I can.
Oh, I don't get to...
Goddammit, he can't get his roll.
Man, we just went in on these fuckers.
Good kill. Nailed that son of a bitch.
Fulminate for you.
All right, men, hold the perimeter. I got personal business with Mr. Leland Monroe.
No?
There it is.
Oh yeah, Mr. Monroe. I'm here to shoot you in the fucking face.
You're a very sweet-looking girl to be holding such a big gun.
I know how to use it, mister.
I'm sure you do. So how about pointing it over there in the direction of Hollywood instead of at me, Princess?
You're quite the wise guy.
I don't normally shoot women, Princess. How about putting the cannon down? I didn't think you had the guts, sweetheart. I was never very good at reading women. Monroe! Where are you, damn it?
Ah, yeah.
You want me? You got me.
Come on, poke out. Oh, it's so good. I don't like this.
Jack Kelso.
Oh!
That's my opening negotiating position.
Oh!
Crazy son of a bitch. How did you get in here?
Killed all your friends, that's how.
I'm bleeding to death. Get me a doctor.
I thought I had an invitation, Monroe. Your boys outside were certainly expecting me. That's my second offer.
Sadistic bastard.
What do you want?
I'm going to take a look around, Monroe. Then I want you to tell me what you know about the mayor and those Trojan houses that you're building.
Ah, man, I can't just end him. It's a shame. There's his stocks.
I'm guessing Benson's portfolio is only a fraction the size of yours, Monroe.
Here we go.
It's a hell of a payroll.
Earl, Worrell, Sander, Coleman, Bennett, Tony Sandler. Roy Earl, huh? Ah, these are all the cops. Yep, Sandler, Coleman, Earl, Sumner. Put on Dr. Holland J. Fontaine. Fontaine. By implicating the supply and distribution of narcotics in the country area. In its capacity as a clinical precision, he has dispersed large quantities of counterfeit morphine, a drug used under the patient. Pretext of prescribing treatment for his patients. 18 and 22 suspects arrested for narcotics. Person claimed that the drugs or medications given to them alleviate the symptoms of various psychotic illnesses. Several work to this effect. No pattern noticed by arresting officers, however. No further action taken since charge amount to more than a misdemeanor. That's 4 separate divisions. There are lengthy indications that Reynold Barclay offered the name of an associate he knew only as Dr. Fontaine. Seen a view, blah blah blah. Fontaine was selling a selling party and deal he broke with Willie Annie Foster, yet to be probably known as high-ranking courier for the mayor. Mayor Harris Cohen. Routine visit a men's pedestrian center Boulevard, Harvard. Known to be owned and operated by Mayor Harris Cohen. Accusing Dr. Fontaine was inside for more than an hour. 2 days after his final visit, morphine with a street value of person was moved from a house in Brentwood to an East downtown warehouse. It disappeared.
Smart. Keep the dirt on Fontaine under lock and key. This is your insurance.
Being an officer that Dr. Harley Fontaine is a significant figure in the supply and distribution of narcotics options. Was tied to the crime and that he kept under close surveillance until this was Julie. Roy Earl. Damn, Roy. Fucking everybody over, weren't you? Sawyer?
Some sold up. The others obviously didn't know the lengths these sons of bitches would go to.
Sawyer's, Johnson's. Yep. All the people that were dead.
The Suburban Redevelopment Fund. Remind me what they say about absolute power, Monroe.
Fuck you, Jack. Call me an ambulance already.
Nope.
Dr. Fontaine, I need to speak with you urgently.
Sit down. Please, sit down.
Tell me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
It's the fund we are using to channel money into the development of new houses.
Why is my name on the board of managers?
Technically, you are a major contributor. Please, Courtney.
Courtney.
Those houses are a sham, Doctor. They're going to be burned for the insurance.
That's a scandalous allegation, Courtney. Do you have any proof?
Jack Kelso, an investigator for California Fire and Life, has seen them. He was almost killed when he found out what was going on.
Courtney.
I don't know what to say. I feel that I have been duped. Who do you think is behind this subterfuge?
Jack says it's a property developer named Monroe.
Oh, great.
He said it goes all the way to the mayor.
You cannot have believed that I was involved.
Courtney, please, Courtney.
I don't believe anymore, Doctor. I hope that you weren't involved.
Thank you for your trust, dear boy. Be still, Courtney. All of your troubles are finally over.
Courtney, you're a...
Let them go.
Courtney, the amount of fucking trouble you have caused this city.
Let them
I'm sorry.
drift away.
I know you're trying to do right, but... He always went to him. Always.
It can't be stopped, Kelso. There's too much money at stake.
Kingdoms rise and kingdoms fall, Monroe. Ask the Emperor of Japan.
Have some fucking mercy!
Operator, put me through to Phelps, arson squad. Yeah, Biggs, it's Jack. I'm at Monroe's. He's in a talkative mood. If you get here in a hurry, you might get something before he bleeds to death. Elsa.
Oh, thank God.
Where? Fontaine. Dead? Former patient.
So that crazy son of a bitch finally came back for a checkup.
It's Monroe. He's raving.
You want information, cocksucker. You get me some medical help.
I've got to go, Herschel. Monroe's negotiating again. Do you want my final offer, Leland? Tell me how I find the guy who has Elsa.
Not Casey. He did whatever Fontaine asked. He had some kind of power over him. He did all the fires and then he went off the rails. I don't have a fucking name! He worked as a bug sprayer. Get me a goddamn doctor! Kelso, you son of a whore! Get me a goddamn doctor!
You own goddamn doctor, you stupid piece of shit. So how are we gonna do the rest of this? Let me spend an old-fashioned way. You know what? Ooh, do I continue or do I leave it off here? Nicholson, electroplanting.
Any news from Jack? There's a statewide APB out on it.
Jack's okay. He has something up his sleeve. He's not worried about being caught.
How do we?
Biggs!
We go after the other side of the equation. Jack has a legion and its cronies running scared. We go after the doctor and some of the other guys.
But the whole department breathing down our necks.
It's time for action, Herschel. It's time for change. Jack's crossed the Rubicon and we have to be on the other side ready to help him.
Christ, what was that?
Explosion.
What the fuck?
Something big.
You think it's the Reds? You think those Rusky sons of bitches that dropped the H-bomb on us?
Calm down, Herschel. We need to be ready for the call.
I'm not waiting for an invitation. Get in the car and head for the cloud. KGPL can give us the details on the way.
That was...
All units, report to an explosion. Location, alternative location is...
You know, I think we will save that for later today. Whatever the fuck that was, we're gonna save for later today. I think I might try to finish up the rest of this. Maybe I'll have enough time to finish up the rest of this later on. But I think that was a good enough stream for tonight. I should probably get some sleep, and because I gotta be up to do more streaming later. I know it's getting so good, but that's the best part. We leave on a little cliffhanger, come back tomorrow, and we'll finish it up, and we'll see how it goes. Habits. Ah. I wasn't sure if we were gonna be able to get anywhere with how the game was going, but suddenly everything started turning around. It was pretty interesting. I was like, what the fuck? But also, it stopped being like, it's not only was it like, hey, we started getting another help from a DA that can probably help us with some power, but Kelso, Jack was just like, fuck it, no more of this cop shit. Just go in, shoot, and take names and fucking get what we need. So that really helped too. But yeah, okay. Well, again, thank you all so much for coming out. I appreciate it. It was very fun. Didn't expect to have that much fun with how things were going at the end there. I wasn't exactly optimistic with how the story was heading until we started turning things around. So we'll see how it goes. I'll be back again in like 12 hours pretty much. Yeah, like 12 hours to finish up this game hopefully. I'm not sure if we'll be able to finish it all up today or later today, or if we'll have to do one more stream come Tuesday, but we'll find out either way. If we finish it, we'll find another game to play, and if not, well, then we have a little bit more for next week. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming. Let me see if there's anybody on right now. I know we don't have a whole lot of people here right now, but not really. It's fine. We'll just end it here today, and then we'll come back tomorrow. Alright, again, you'll have a wonderful night, and I hope to see you later. I'll be live at 4 p.m. PST. Bye-bye, please. Bye-bye. Bye.